Took up. Yep. Hello, hello, hello. We are back once again. The Toxic Trio is here. We are back with another edition of Toxic Talk. It is me, the True Hill Phenom, SP3, back once again with the true face of the Jobber Tears podcast, Sir Wilkins, and of course, the living legend himself, one word, Larry Morgan. What's up, fellas? How we doing
What's
today?
going on, guys? What's going on?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great as usual. Crack open the cores, get another edition of Toxic Talk going, where we're gonna dive into our mailbag. We're gonna talk to you guys, the viewers of Toxic Talk. We appreciate y'all all for being subscribers to our YouTube channel. If you have not already become a subscriber to our YouTube channel, Toxic Talk episodes will be filmed from this point on. We're gonna be filming so you guys can see our reactions to all the crazy stories, all the stuff that we talk about on this show. So if you haven't already, become a subscriber. We're still going to be available on SoundCloud, iTunes, wherever you listen to your podcast. But we definitely want you guys to transition over to our YouTube channel and become a subscriber to see Toxic Talk and see our reactions to everything we're talking about.
And you can see Wilkins dying laughing live and in person, as always.
Yes,
man. Dying laughing.
That signature laugh. So you got the mailbag open right there, Larry.
Shout out to Ness, Yasmin Jones, Yari. We love Yari, man.
Yes.
That's one of our good friends. Wendy's one of our good friends.
Shouts
Joey
to all of them.
Crooks, Yaya. Donna Natalie, I love Donna Natalie. That's one of my close friends, you know. So yeah. Shout out to all you guys, man. That's and everybody else, man. Everybody that I forgot. All right, so one of the questions from Yasmin Jones. Talk about dating and how weird it is now. How about that, fellas?
As someone who did like a little dabbling into the dating world, it definitely is very weird now. Like it takes you a while. It takes you a couple of meetings to realize like the intent of guys and girls from the guy perspective. If the woman is actually looking for a relationship, or if she's just looking to have some fun, or if she's just looking for a free meal. Like that's the questions that you have to put in your head. For a woman's perspective, is this guy just trying to get into my pants, or is he actually want to get to know me? It's I feel like it's a little bit simpler. It's either a or B for a female, and the guys have like a B, C, and D for females' intent. But it's very difficult and very weird nowadays.
I feel like both men and women have muddied how you say the dating waters over the years. All right, so like
I see you, Shakespeare.
yeah, man. And decades past, 70s and 80s, men were good with courting a woman, and women were good with getting courted. Now it's different. Men are like, oh, what if she's a hoe? I don't want to put my best foot forward if this bitch is out there getting fucked by a lot of dudes. And then a woman is like, yo, what if this dude has a bunch of chicks on the side, So it's completely different, whereas like the 70s and 80s, they didn't have to deal with that shit. I went to a fucking club one time with my dad and my uncle. And like we were in a club, we were hanging out and getting drinks, and then we left. My dad is like, yo, shit is mad fucking different, yo. I'm like, what do you say? What do you mean? Yo, back in my days, because my dad is like, yo, I ain't tried to bag a woman in 30 years. So he's like, yo.
Been out the game for a little while.
He's like, yo, I've been out the fucking game. And then my uncle's like, yeah, we've been out the game for like 30 years. Fuck, my uncle's married to my aunt, obviously. So he's like, yo, we've been out the fucking game for 30 years, bro. But this shit is mad. This shit is different.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting here watching, and like it's like the women come here and they don't even see the dudes. They don't give a damn about the guys. They came here to party with themselves. It's like women are in a fucking circle dancing with each other, and they have no idea that guys are around. They're both like, yo, back in our days, women would come. Yeah, they'll probably come in a group, but like one would sit over there, the other would sit over there, the other would sit over there, and they all cross their legs and just hang out. And whatever guy they're attracted to, they'll give them the eye and bat their eye or whatever, and then the guy will come and do the rest.
Yeah.
He's like, now it's like women are and they're in their own little world where they don't give a fuck about guys. They just came out to party with each other and be on some lesbian shit. No offense to lesbians or anything like that, but it's like they're like dancing with each other, and it's like, yo, fuck guys, we don't need guys, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. So it's different dating now. It's like everybody is like hesitant to make that first move. It's like, oh, well, what if you're doing this? What if you have another guy on the side? Like a lot of guys I know, it's like, yeah, yo, I like her, but, you know, it's always that but. They come to me, they're like, yo, I like her, but what if?
It's very like pack mentality.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's like, what if she's like out there fucking a bunch of dudes, and girls are saying the same thing. Oh, I like him, but what if he's out there, you know, he has like 20 girlfriends kind of thing, you know, and it was never like that back in the days. It was like they dated, and it was what it was, man. So I feel like women and men have muddied the dating waters of what it is, you know?
I think it's social media
It
that
could be.
probably took a major hit at it, because your dad and your uncle raised a good point. Girls used to go to the club because they might meet somebody, you know, and it's a place to meet. But nowadays, I have my Instagram, my Facebook, whatever.
True.
There's like every girl, if you're halfway decent looking, there's like 5 guys in your DMs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Especially if you put out those like sexy pictures or sexy
Yeah.
selfies. Yeah, they're gonna
So
come.
you're getting the validation from social media.
Yeah.
So I don't need to talk to a dude, and then also with social media, I can go through social media. I can take my time to get it, because now you added an extra wall, because before it was get the phone number, then go on a date. Now let's get to know each other through the DMs, then get the phone number, then go on a date.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't need to be at the club to get to pick somebody. There's like 20 dudes in my social media, in my DM. So why do I need to talk to them? I'm going to go out with my girls and that's it. And if a dude is like Idris Elba, fucking like, you know, Denzel, like I might talk to him. I think that's what it really is. I don't date because I'm always busy, but most of the times any girl that I've ever met, I started dating was because through a friend.
Yeah.
Through
That was a lot of my like early experiences with females. Yeah.
And there's our chicks I've bagged in the club and, you know, or smashed like the other thing, but like but most of it is like different. I've dated different ways of dating. Like it's not one singular way, but it is muddy at this point. Like it's no straightforward way of doing it. And a lot of people are socially awkward because of like computers and everything. They don't want to talk. Like, you know how many people I know with like massive anxiety?
Yeah.
Our generation has like a lot of like stuff
people
like
that, yeah.
or maybe we're just aware. I don't know.
They probably don't smoke weed, but anyways.
No, he's right.
I had anxiety. I had heavy amounts of anxiety in my teenage years, even like maybe probably into like the early part of my 20s, and then like I smoked weed for like the first time very early, like in my teenage years, but it wasn't until like I actively did it that my anxiety kind of just washed away.
What made you start to smoke?
I was mad at my stepdad. My stepdad used to have like little like joints and stuff, but he also smoked cigarettes. So I thought I was just going in innocently to steal one of his cigarettes and get back at him. And then I was just like noticing that the cigarette was a little bit different from the rest of the cigarettes. So then when I took a pill, it was like, whoa.
Where am I? Where did I go?
I think I was like maybe like 14, so it was just like, whoa. I was like very young, so it was like, oh, this is different. This is not a cigarette.
Oh.
It kind of took me very into like very early that I realized that wasn't a cigarette.
So what happened after? You like, okay, this is something I'm gonna do consistently, and it's helping me. Okay.
No. When I was in high school, I didn't really do it consistently. Like there was times at my high school that guys would like do it like in front of the high school.
Yeah.
Maybe like once I did that, and then probably like a senior in high school, I met a girl that smoked weed, and then that's when I started like doing it a little bit more, but wasn't really like active into it. And then college kind of happened, and then that was just like. That was just it.
College, bro.
What about you, Larry?
There's one time, bro, I wrote an entire fucking 16-page paper. High as stewardess pussy, bro.
Absolutely. I wrote.
I was high as fucking comet nipples, bro.
I wrote a 50-page screenplay, high as fuck. Like
Really?
50-page screenplay. I wrote essays, high as fuck.
Yeah,
I went to
son.
class and aced tests, high as fuck. Like, yeah.
Son, really.
I took one puff in college and I almost coughed up my lung. Never did it again. But I've dated, my last two girls I dated were potheads. Like,
How is that from your perspective? Because right now, my girlfriend is very much like against it. Like,
Yeah.
she hears the word weed and she's like rolls her eyes. Like, she does not like it. Does not like the smell after I do it and then come to her. She hates it. So how is that from your perspective, being the person that wasn't smoking?
yeah, I grew up in a super straight edge family.
Mhm.
Like, my mom didn't drink. I think she took, like, I've seen her drink one time in front of me. That was like a glass of champagne at a wedding we went to. So, to me, you guys know I'm kind of an open person, so a lot of things don't bother me.
Yeah.
And I have to understand, like, our society right now loves weed. So I don't judge it too much. Like, my only thing, sometimes the smell is a little excessive,
Okay.
but most girls, the girls I've dated that, like, who are weed heads, the smell was not all over like crazy.
Yeah.
When I lived with a girl who smoked weed, I realized some of my clothes smelled like weed. And I taught kids at the time, and I was like, what the
Okay.
So, but for the most part, it doesn't bother me. But sometimes it's like, yo, do you must smoke every fucking 5 minutes? That's the only time it's like, yo, chill. Like, come on. I'm an energy drink guy. That's my vice.
Yeah.
And it's probably worse than weed. I ain't gonna lie to you guys.
It probably is, man. 'cause
It's-
I am
And
too,
there's
man.
a lot of vices out there that's worse than weed. Like a lot of my going back to like one of our previous episodes we did talk about like debating with your significant other. Like, I've gotten to debates with my girlfriend about smoking weed, and I deadass was like, she was like, oh, it speeds up your heart. Like, that's why when you're asleep, you're. She's like, it speeds up your heart. That's why when you're asleep, your heart beats faster. I was like, but what person smoked weed and their heart started beating faster died?
No, it's
Like,
nothing.
what person that their heart started beating faster had to go to like the hospital because of weed? I was like, look it up. I was like, I will stop if you can find one person who's died from smoking weed.
She takes video of you when you sleep a lot.
Exactly.
Bro.
Exactly. She
That's
does
her
that.
thing.
She does.
When you're sleeping, she takes video of you, bro.
Weed, weed is like it helps out a lot of people health wise. That's what I've read. I've
Yeah.
seen videos of it. I even taught, like, I used to teach health at a high school.
Yeah.
I taught my kids, like, yo, listen, this is the benefits of weed. This is the stuff that why weed isn't good, because you're way too fucking young to be smoking,
Yes.
because your brain is still developing.
Yep.
But the benefit is there because of the CBD.
Yeah.
It's the THC that makes you fucking go high as a fucking
Yeah.
stewardess pussy.
And it's also
common nipples.
it's also like the different types of bud. Like, you can do like your indigo, and you're gonna be tired. You're gonna be very tired. You're gonna be sleepy. You want to be indo. You want to be indoors.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
And then you got more of your like sativas that keep you up. Like me, myself, I do like overnights and stuff. And
Okay.
my friend gave me like a sativa before I had to work. I was up the whole night. I was perfectly fine, and I was more happy. I was more jovial. I was able to get my work done a lot faster as well. So it's all about the type of weed you smoke.
I just don't know how I'm gonna be when I get high. That's my thing.
You're the type of person I would see doing like more like the CBD tea or like a gummy or something.
Nah, I just don't trust that shit, because I might do something that I'm gonna regret. Because me,
Well,
drunk,
you have to be in a controlled environment.
yeah,
when you're
me
first
drunk is very happy.
Yes.
I'm a happy drunk,
Yes.
happy, talkative. Like, I'm good drunk. I don't know what I'm gonna be when I'm high. That's
You'll be happy.
Listen. Maybe one day I'll do a gummy or something, but at this point right now, nah. Nah.
No,
I'm
the
just
thing
scared.
is, when you're intoxicated, it's you times 10. kinda
Exactly.
thing, you know?
Okay.
So, like, one time, I made this mistake. I watched Adult Swim high as a fucking kite. I watched Mike Tyson Mysteries. First off,
Mike Tyson mystery.
Mike Tyson mystery.
I'm a huge Mike Tyson fan. I'm a Mike Tyson mark. Everybody that knows me, I'm Mike Tyson mark, bro. But then you have Mike Tyson Mystery, you have Family Guy, You have fucking Aqua Teen Hunger Force. You got all this
He's
shit.
speaking classics right now.
Yeah, he
Bro,
is.
I fucking
Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Oh!
No, that's mad classic. That's Cartoon Network, bro. That's not even Adult Swim. Yo,
That was on the Adult Swim for at the beginning.
When they first started.
First started.
dog, I literally pissed myself watching fucking Mike Tyson Mysteries high. Because first off, all right, so I'm sitting in my living room, and I just came back from the bar. I was watching the game and shit. It was Sunday Night Football. So I get home, and I had a few to drink, and I'm high, too. So I'm watching Mike Tyson Mysteries, and the shit was mad funny. I'm sitting there dying laughing. I'm on my couch, and the bathroom is literally 10 steps that way. Cool. So I'm sitting there dying laughing. 3 drops of piss come out. So I'm like, yo,
laughing
I'm
that
sitting there
much.
dying laughing. Then I'm like, I could make it to the I had to pee. I'm like, I could make it to the bathroom, but this shit is mad funny. Fuck it. I just pissed myself.
You see, that's why I'll do weed. Cause that shit is wild.
Yo, y'all motherfuckers ever watched Mike Tyson Mysteries?
Nah, that
I
shit is-
need to watch you now.
I pissed up. I
Yo.
was pissy drunk once, and I did piss on myself. Since we out here telling stories, so it was my.
But I wasn't that drunk. I just decided to piss on myself. I could have made it.
No. I pissed and threw up on myself.
Okay, well,
Okay,
that's
okay.
something different.
That's a little bit different.
So I was with my ex, the crazy one that sent me to jail.
Shit.
Oh.
Fuck her.
So we went out to eat, and she was complaining that we weren't spending enough time, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yo, we're going out to eat. Like, I want to take you out, blah, blah, blah. So we go out to eat, and she's in a shitty fucking mood. Like, I am talking about absolutely shitty fucking mood. And I look at her like, and it was a BYOB restaurant. I said, okay, this is what we're doing? Cool. I went around the corner. I bought a bottle of Gentleman's Jack. It's one of my favorite whiskeys when I do decide to drink. I don't drink much, but I love me some Gentleman's Jack whiskey. Come in. I get a cup, like a solid size cup. I pour the whole thing of Gentleman's Jack in there. Fill up the cup to the top. Chug it. 3 more cups of that shit. Chugging it. Because I'm tight. I was like, yo, I don't want to be here right now. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do what people I've seen on TV do. I'm going to get drunk. Maybe I might feel better about myself after this.
That never works out. though,
Nope.
Like that.
All I
In a
remember.
perfect world, it does.
It's like
but,
anytime you have the incentive or the mission to get drunk, it never really works out that way.
oh, yeah.
All I remember is me coming from the bathroom and knocking tables. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm coming for that. And me yelling, I'm right here. I'm coming back to the table. That's all I remember. And the next is like a scene was cut. Like me coming from the bathroom and me sitting in front of the restaurant, throwing up.
Damn, son.
And then me saying, fuck it, I'm a pee. And just peeing on myself.
Oh.
So you were like blacked out drunk.
Yeah, blacked out drunk.
Okay.
Blacked out fucking drunk on that time. That's the only time I could say like I genuinely just pissed on myself. But that was like, yeah, but I was just so annoyed with her. I was like, yo, fuck this, I'm just gonna get drunk. And I thought it would make me feel better.
I'm done
Nope.
with this.
Man, there's been times, man, I think we've all been there, but when I was in college, I fucking, we had this big ass, like, frat party, because some of my teammates was in a fraternity, Q-Dogs. Titus O'Neil.
Yes.
Shaquille
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah. So we was at a fraternity party and shit, and they had a big ass fraternity party in our fucking dorm room. Well, not dorm room, like in our dorm. So like, mad chicks was there, and it was crazy, man. Like, I think I fucked like 2 chicks, bro. That night, I fucked one. I remember I was
Sound
in
like
the
a
room.
Larry story.
Yeah, it sounds like a Larry story.
Dog, I fucked one chick. I had her in the room and shit. Like I remember fucking her on the coats because everybody came in because it was like winter. everybody threw their fucking coats on the bed and shit. So I'm fucking this bitch on a coat, like, bang, 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 get out. And then, like, I come outside. The bitch is still in the fucking bedroom, and everybody's out there getting drunk and shit. So I come take some shots and shit. Then I go outside and, like, get some fresh air. I'm like, yo, it's mad hot in here. Next thing you know, it's the morning time, bro. And I have one fucking flip-flop on. And I'm fucking sitting in the lawn, Indian style, bro.
You just woke up. That's when you finally came to.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, I'm sitting in the lawn, Indian style, one fucking flip-flop on. And I have, like, one of my socks halfway off. I have on, like, basketball shorts. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Where am I? And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm in the front lawn of my fucking dorm room. So I'm like, I go back to my room. I open my fucking door. All I see is bodies everywhere. So, yo,
Let the bodies hit the
so
floor.
I just see bodies just laying. Oh, I'm like, God damn. Yo, how fucked up did we all get, bro? So that's my getting high and getting drunk story, bro.
I mean, I don't think you know. I think I was high, but my blackout story that I remember was I was playing. It was a drinking version of Monopoly. Where the rules are, it was with my best friend and his cousin, and we had like a bottle of Long Island. Oh. Yeah, I'll just pause after I said Long Island.
Yeah.
It says if you ever drink Long Island, you know that's not a game that you should be playing.
Nah.
It's
But-
4 different liquors.
But basically, it was like anytime you got a property, you get to choose who take a shot of Long Island. Every time you pass go, you took a shot of Long Island.
That's trying to get everybody.
yeah,
fucked up.
yeah. So
This is bullshit.
we did
bro.
that. I think maybe after my third time pass and go, I don't remember anything from that night.
Yeah.
But this is what I was told of what happened. So basically, after like maybe third or fourth time going around go, we all three of us decided we were gonna go to Harlem Lanes. We were in the Harlem area. That's where my cousin's, my best friend's cousin lived. He lived in Harlem. So we go on the train to go to Harlem Lanes. We're literally going one stop on the train. We're on the 2 train. So we go on the 2 train. Apparently we had sat down. Well, I sat down because I was completely blacked out drunk. I didn't even know what was going on. They literally had to tell me this. So I sat down. We get off. We're about to get off at 125th. So my best friend and his cousin get off the train. I'm basically dragging ass behind them. So as the train doors is closing, I'm in between the train doors, and the train doors like close on my big ass head. Yes. So it closed on my big ass head to the point that my best friend like basically had to pull me out of that. So then we go over to Harlem Lanes. So you walk over to Harlem Lanes, where my best friend's basically helping me walk that way. They basically told us at the door like, yeah, nah, y'all not going in. He's
too
black.
fucked up.
Yeah, he's blacked out drunk. Y'all not going anywhere. So my cousin, my best friend's cousin, basically has to get a cab to take us back to his place. So we get in the cab. As we're in the cab, I fucking throw up in the cab. So so we stop at the place. My best friend's cousin, the cab driver finally realized that we threw up in the back seat. My best friend's cousin basically just pays for the cab and just walks out. He just goes straight to his apartment. He's like, I'm not dealing with this. The cab driver's like getting out. He's all upset. My best friend's like trying to like talk to him like, yo, he's all right. While all of this going on, he like gently laid me on the trunk of the car so I could be like standing up because I couldn't even stand up at this point. So he's basically like trying to explain to him like, yo, we are sorry, we apologize. So then eventually my best friend picks me off the trunk and he's trying to get me to his cousin's house. We fucking like land. We both fall on the grass in front of his cousin's apartment. So he eventually gets me upstairs to his cousin's apartment. He sits me down on a chair. There's like a wall right here. I'm sitting on the chair. He puts a bin basket next to me. He's like, bro, if you got to throw up, just throw up in the bin basket. You're going to be fine. He told me that once he told me that 5 minutes later, I looked at the bin basket, turned to the wall. I threw up on the wall.
That's how it normally is, bro.
So I think maybe 30 to 45 minutes later, I finally come to. I wake up out of my blackout, and I'm literally like an Etch-a-Sketch on my best friend's cousin's floor. So I fucking wake up like the Undertaker, rise up. My best friend's on the phone with like his girlfriend, and he's like, "Oh shit, sits up." So I'm like, am I lying? he's like, yeah, but you had a long night. He was like, that was all you. He showed me the wall because he had to clean up the wall. He's like, yeah, we tried to go to Harlem Lanes and we couldn't even make it because you were too drunk. And I was like, all I remember was us playing Monopoly. He was like, yeah, I think you were blacked out after like the second or third time we passed go. And then I walked my ass home. I took like a 10-minute walk home after I came to. So.
You guys ever have like a story where like you're so fucked up and then you have sex?
Yes.
It was. I don't know what. I don't remember it.
Well, I had one where the girl I was dating at the time was so fucked up, and then we had sex.
Okay.
So
Continue.
No, we had went out to Tonic, the Tonic by Times Square. So we were with a bunch of friends and shit, and like everybody was drinking. We were all getting fucked up, whatever. So she turned to me and was like, "Yo, I want you to get me fucked up tonight." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
What?
Yeah. So.
Want you to get me fucked up?
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we wound up getting fucked up, and then she gets really fucked up, like blackout fucked up. So I'm like, shit, what the fuck? So we wound up calling a fucking Uber, and like I'm like, yo, we get an Uber going back to Brooklyn. I'm like, yo, I hope this fucking girl doesn't throw up in a goddamn Uber, cause you know. So she's cool. We get to my house, so I'm like, all right. So she's passed the fuck out. I carry her up my fucking steps, up the porch and shit. So she's like, yo, can I get something to eat? I'm like, yeah. I make her a fucking sandwich. She goes in the bathroom, takes a fucking shit. And takes a fucking shit, bro.
Nice.
So I'm like, all right, whatever. It's cool, whatever. I don't give a fuck. You know, we human. So then she throws up all over herself. Like, she's, like, vomiting all over herself. So I'm like, ah, fuck. So I take her clothes off. I'm like, yo, I'm going to, like, you know, go down. Because, like, in the brownstone I live in is laundry downstairs and shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll wash your clothes, whatever. Yeah. So I take her clothes off and shit. And I'm like, yo, get in the shower. So I get in the shower and shit. And I get in the shower with her. And, like, I'm, like, kind of, like, trying to scrub her or whatever.
Such a nice guy.
Just gentleman and a scholar.
And the entire time, she's literally like, this is legal rape, bro. She's like pushing me against the wall and like, yeah, I'm trying to fuck you right now. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm trying to fuck you too. All right, cool.
Yeah. The aggression.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm trying to fuck you too. That's all good, but you know, let's get you all washed up. And she's literally like fucking the hell out of me. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm going with it. You know? So
she's literally like fucking the hell out of me.
Yeah, but like she had like vomit breath and all of that and shit and all that. And then we go to my bed and shit. And then like she's like, yeah, come on, I got you right here. So she's like really fucking the hell out of me and shit. She wakes up the next morning. It's like, I don't remember a thing. She don't remember anything, bro. I'm sitting there telling her, like, yo, you literally, like, sucked my dick and then, like, you put it in and all that other shit and, like you took a shit and, like, I literally had to, like, I didn't even want to wipe your ass. I just was like, yo, get your ass in the fucking shower and then, like, you, like, scrub and whatever, bro. And, yeah, man, so. And she was all right, too. She was bad, bro. But, you know.
I have a story like that, kinda. So, remember the last episode when I told you about that bartender who was like, "Yo, would you cheat on your girl with me?"
Yeah.
It was her.
Okay.
So this is after me and my girl broke up, and this was Sandy. Oh. This was during Sandy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this girl was not from New York. She was from the Midwest, and she lived by herself. And she was, and then I lived in Spanish Harlem at the time, and she came to me. She was like, "Yo, I'm legit scared. I live by myself, and I know something's about to happen. Can I stay with you?" And at the time, my best friend was living with me. Can I stay with you guys for like a couple nights, whatever? I was like, yeah, okay, no problem. All right, you know, whatever. And that night, the thing about it, I didn't want to fuck. Because it was just like we kind of worked together because she worked at the bar that I did my viewing parties at.
Oh,
it was the same. It was the pay-per-view that night. What pay-per-view was during Sandy?
Hell in a Cell.
Yes, it was Hell in a Cell.
2012.
Was that CM Punk versus Ryback?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Correct.
man. See, oh man.
Yes. So we're there at the party. She's drinking. It's like 30 people there, 40 people there. This is before the network, so more people came out to like the smaller ones, whatever. It was a shitty night. So we're there, whatever. We're taking. She's drinking, and I was like, yo, she's getting a little drunk. I don't know about this. So, anyways, I'm leaving, and then the manager's like, hey, boy, about to get some pussy. I was like, no, I am not. We're just going to go home, and that's it. So we take the cab up to my crib. She's like, hey, Wilkins, just touching my – I was like, yo, come on, chill. And then I take her to my bedroom, and like I put her in the bed, and I was like, all right, cool, I'm going to step out. She's like, are you leaving me here by myself? I was like, yeah. She's like, no, please. Let's come into bed with me. Let's just cuddle. And I was like, okay. So I go into bed. She pulls out my pants and starts topping me off. And I was like, all right, cool. This might be fun.
Always cool.
It's always cool when that
But
starts
she was
that.
like a little too aggressive. And then we start getting into having the sex part. She's biting me, and she's like, it was like off rhythm. It was like a Blueface song. Like it was just off rhythm. It was just all over the place. It was just a little wild. And it was like, and she bit me like 4 times on my chest. And I was like, yo, I'm not ready for this. Because my freak nasty wasn't at that level yet. So this is just all, I was like, yo, what are you doing?
This is next level for
Yeah,
you.
and I was like, yo, this is too much. So then I faked that I busted it, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh, no.
Oh no. And then I pulled out, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. She's like, you're finished?
Damn, son.
And I was like, yeah. And I like walked out to the living room. My boys are looking at me like, and then she comes out from the bedroom, and we're both looking at each other. And I was like, that was just, it was just too much. It was too much. Like girls drunk.
Oh yeah.
When they're drunk and they want to have
They
sex,
get you, bro.
They get
it's
you.
different, son.
It
It's a
is.
different type of
Completely
aggression.
different,
It
bro.
is.
I have one of my exes came home one time because she went out to a party with her friends. One of her homegirls, her birthday and shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. So she went out, and then I went out with my homeboys and shit. We went out to fucking watch the UFC fight and shit. So this was the Conor McGregor fight with 2016, the first fight in New York.
Okay.
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
So we went to a bar around Madison Square Garden to watch the shit. So we go over there and shit, and then afterwards she hits me up. What you doing? I'm like, yo, I'm with my homeboys. She's like, yo, I want some of that dick. So I'm
Did she do this?
so I'm like,
That's how you knew it was real.
yeah, I'm like, okay. Okay.
You had me
So-
at hello.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, cool. So we gonna go to some spot over here. You and your homegirls come meet me, and then I got my homeboys, and your homegirls come meet us, and we all, you and my friends, we could all be friends and shit.
We can be friends. Switch.
So that happens. Everybody comes through. We go to a spot in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, and shit, called the Woods. Shout out to the Woods. It's a pretty nice spot in Williamsburg. You guys ever want get a drink? Stop by. But yeah, we went over there and shit, and the entire time I'm dancing with her, and she's like literally jerking me off in the middle of the dance floor, like has her hand in my pants, jerking me off. So I'm not gonna lie, my dick was harder than a fucking missile.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
so she's fucking jerking me off the entire time in the middle of the dance floor and shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. So she's drunk as fuck. Like she's like literally like wobbling around, wobbly. So I'm like holding her up, trying to hold her up and shit, like so she doesn't make a fucking fool out of herself in front of everybody. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm holding her by the waist the entire time because she's like, if I didn't hold her, she would have fell. So I'm like, all right, cool. Da, da, da. So she's jerking me off. She's like, yo, take your pants down.
Where are y'all?
We're in the fucking club, bro, in the woods.
I love that.
Yeah.
Just in the club, in
Yeah.
the middle of the club, she's like, put your pants
She's like, yo, pull your pants down right now. I'm like, nah. I'm like, nah. What? You serious? She's like, yeah. Let's just right now. How do you feel about me giving you head right now? I'm like, I like the idea, but I don't like the idea.
I like the idea. I don't necessarily agree with the setting.
Yes. She's like, yeah, because pull your pants down. I want to give you head right here, yo. You're so sexy. And, like, the entire time she has a hand on my meat and, like, through my pants, I'm like, she's like, yo, all right, so let's just go in the bathroom. I'm like, yo, how about we just leave and go home and fuck?
That's
like,
always what my mind is up to. Like, why are we? But no, some women are like that.
Yes.
That just turns them on just a little bit more than usual.
So I'm like, yo, man, I mean, like, come on. So my friend is talking to one of her homegirls and shit, and then it's like 3:30 in the morning. So we're like, yo, we're all gonna leave. So my friend exchanges number, like, yo, get her number, whatever, and then we all gonna be out. So we get back to my crib, and I'm like, yo, I'm hungry. Let's go to the chicken spot. Kennedy Fried Chicken, you know.
Classic hood spot.
Absolutely.
Hood spot. Classic
Classic late night hood spot.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm like, yo, let's go get I'm gonna get 20-piece fucking wings or whatever, you know, for both of us. She's like, okay, cool.
Where were you at too? Where you
I was by my house. I live on
okay.
Dean Street. and
Nobody
shit.
know where you live. Come on.
No.
You might have some stalkers,
You
bro.
should have just said Brooklyn.
Just say Brooklyn.
All you had to say was Brooklyn. Because I was gonna say Brooklyn and Harlem is the best places to go to late night
especially
Kennedy.
Harlem, man.
Late night Kennedy. Because I live in the Bronx, and I will say sometimes the Kennedy be overcooked or too dry.
Kennedy's and Queens is trash.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is it Queens? I don't even walk in there in Queens. But Brooklyn, Harlem,
And Harlem,
Harlem
yeah.
is
Of course.
A1,
Yeah.
A1 number one.
Yo, you
when
know
it comes
us
to
as
Kennedy.
blacks, we have love for Harlem forever, bro.
Yes.
For Harlem, we have love for Harlem, bro.
Best place I've been outside of New York for late night chicken though? Miami. Church's Chicken. Oh my
word?
God!
I
yes.
just be going to the diner,
4
bro.
a.m. in the morning. Go to Church's Chicken on South Beach. Oh my God, that's some of the best.
I never been, bro. I only go to the diner in Miami. When I go to I party at Ocean's 10, and then sometimes the Clevelander,
Yeah.
and then the mansion, the mansion when I go to Miami and shit, and then afterwards we go to the diner, and then after that we go to the fucking beach, the sand.
That makes sense.
I actually had sex one time on the sand, bro, in Miami, bro. I thought
okay.
I'm not into public sex.
I actually
teach us
Are you into it?
Yeah.
You
I
would
am
be the
too,
type.
bro.
son.
Teach his own. Yeah.
Bro, I fucking me and my friends, we went to Miami. What year was it? I forgot the year. It was probably like 2012 or shit. We went to Miami, so it was 4 of us, and we go to fucking Wet Willie's.
Okay.
And shit. So it was during the day. So we meet some girls from like Minnesota.
Oh, you didn't finish the first story about the girl she said pull their pants down.
Oh, well, yeah, I wanted. She's like, oh, okay, yeah. All right, pull your pants down. And then we go to fucking
Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Yeah.
We get some chicken, and the entire time she's feeling on me. I'm like, yo, chill. We want to go to my house real quick, you know? So I literally got like 40 pieces of wings, and then we go to my house. We barely made it in the door. This bitch is sucking my dick, bro. Like the entire time. She's like, yo, suck it down.
Dick,
Take it down. And then she's sucking the fuck out of my dick, like on some shit.
Fuck.
And then she's like gripping my ass cheeks, and I'm like, yo.
That's a good girl. That's a
Love
good girl.
her.
No, but I'm like, the whole time, I'm like, yo,
thumbs up.
chill. You know, you can touch my ass, but don't put your finger in my hole or anything like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not for that.
You ever got
Yeah.
your butt licked, Larry?
No, never. Only toilet tissue
Okay,
and soap
Wilkins.
goes up
Sorry,
there.
Wilkins.
Only toilet tissue and soap goes up there,
Wilkins
Wilkins.
done told us too much with just one
I've
question.
never got my ass licked,
I
and
never
I
got
never
my,
will.
I never got my ass licked or nor figures up.
I never got a figure there. Never got a figure there.
No.
That's crossing the line.
That is crossing
That's
the line.
crossing the line.
I've had girls tell me, I want to put. I'm like, yo, if you try to put your finger in my ass,
You getting punched in the face.
if you do that,
I'm sorry.
no, my thing is, if you do that and you successfully do that, then I'm turning you around, I'm bending you over, and I'm fucking you in your ass. I am a hate fucking you in your ass.
hate fuck.
And it's going to hurt really bad, and you got to go to the hospital after that. But,
Nah, if a girl tried to put her finger in my butthole and she's already down there, she's getting V triggered.
Oh yeah.
She's getting the V trigger very early, right to the face, bloody nose and all, and she can continue sucking my cock. So
That's some hot shit.
So
She
yeah.
got a bloody nose. She's sucking your dick.
Yeah,
Ooh.
exactly. She can barely breathe through, her nose. So that's perfect. But yeah, we got about like 5 more minutes in this episode. So you got to continue. You got to finish off your story, Larry.
Oh, which one? In Miami?
No, you're with your with the girl. Well, that was the end.
Oh yeah. Well, she starts sucking my dick, and she's like a lot of teeth going on because she's trying to be freaky and shit.
Wow.
And I'm like, God damn, what the hell are you doing? So I'm literally like, I'm not even getting head. I'm literally just like fucking her skull. So I'm grabbing her fucking hair, fucking her skull, bro. So.
Continue. Oh my God.
The toilet tissue, bro. I literally wrap my fucking hand in her hair like that, and I'm just fucking her skull, bro, like that. And she's like, okay, oh. So she's slobbering and shit. So, oh man. So she's slobbering and shit, and I'm like, okay, this is really good. So I start fucking her. She's like, yeah, just like this. Oh, it's just so she's like literally screaming to the top of her lungs while I'm fucking. Because I'm like, here's the thing. I'm hard as a rock. And like, I'm fucking the hell out of her this time. So, and she's like screaming at the top of her lungs. So it's like 5 in the morning and shit. So afterwards, I think I nutted in like 15 minutes or whatever. So I'm like... After I nutted, I fucking pick her up, throw her on the bed, and shit. And then,
Not on the bed.
nah, this wasn't on the bed. This was like by the lid. So I pick her up, throw her on the fucking bed, and then like she passes out, goes to sleep and shit. So I go get something to drink, and I start like playing like Assassin's Creed or whatever. And then, and then like I passed out on the couch. So then I wake up like 2 hours later, and I'm like, yo, where the fuck am I? Because I'm drunk as fuck too. So I wake up, I'm like, yo, where the fuck am I? Oh, yeah, I'm on my couch. Fuck. So I walk around, cause like you gotta pass my bedroom to get to the bathroom. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, yo, I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta take a piss. So I pass my bedroom and I'm like, oh shit, naked ass.
He's like, I had a good night.
Laid out on my bed. I'm like, oh, that's what happened. Okay, cool. All right. So I go take a piss. I wash my hands or whatever. I go take like a.
Why don't you just piss on her?
Nah, Wilkins.
We're not doing that.
Nah, that's not what we do. God, that's not what we do, Wilkins.
Nobody ever asked you to do that?
And she's asleep. You need consent.
Yeah,
what
man.
the fuck?
She might like it. A girl never told you to do that?
Well,
a girl usually tells you to do that. You don't just piss on a sleeping naked body.
So I just went to the bathroom and then it was like, oh shit, naked ass inside my room. I seen that. So I went to the bathroom, washed my hands, came back, hopped on that ass, start fucking again. So I'm like, cause you wake up, us man, we wake up with the morning wood, whatever.
Exactly.
So I start like, but I like kind of crept up behind her and just like kind of slid it in and like, I just. So she wakes up and she's like moaning and shit, like, So I'm like, okay, yeah, this is some good shit. But I'm like, yo, I don't want to fucking nut in this bitch either. Because the night before I had a condom on her. But this time I'm like, yo, I'm sitting here like fucking raw,
Yeah.
So I'm like, I wind up like nutting on her back. So.
Sometimes you gotta do that.
But the time in Miami. So like,
we don't got that much time.
Let's save that.
Yeah, you guys save that for the next episode.
Hell
so
yeah.
we gotta wrap up this edition of Toxic Talk for the true face of the Jobber Cheers podcast.
me,
Sir
man.
Wilkins, one word, the living legend Larry Morgan, with his talk about Miami on the next edition. I am the true Hill Phenom SP3, and we are signing off until next time.